Now let's get some rapid-fire response from our panel on these stories. Let's get some reaction on the Christine O'Donnell sex story. Was it fair game or not? We'll give you the details. Sharon Angle is ahead in the latest poll, but early voting by Democrats is surging in Nevada. And at a rally in Alaska, Sarah Palin asked whether America is fit to tie Joe Miller's combat boots. And let me be the first American to answer that. You damn right, because he is a liar and would have been thrown out of West Point for lying. With us tonight, Jack Rice, former CIA officer, and Heidi Harris is with us tonight, radio talk show host in Las Vegas. We got to go to the Sarah Palin story first. Jack Rice, are you and I fit to tie his combat boots after what some of the stunts he's pulled up in Alaska? What do you think?
You damn right we are, without any question at all. You want to hold this guy up? Hold him up as what? I mean, that's my big question. And then you think that Sarah Palin's going to be the one to do that? I mean, if this is the best they got, they have very serious troubles. I love the fact how she's actually gone after Murkowski, calling her the liberal. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. And, yeah, let's tie some combat boots. Tie them together.
Heidi Harris, what do you think? This is going to be pretty embarrassing if Joe Miller doesn't win and Sarah Palin's endorsing a guy in her own state and she can't pull him across the finish line. What do you think?
Well, it's interesting because obviously her endorsement got him to win the primary, right? And then remember when he was on TV and he was asked whether or not Sarah was fit to be president, and he kind of got oatmeal in his mouth suddenly. And then Todd Palin took him to task, and then so apparently he's changed his tune now. So I don't know what's going on with the two of them. But listen, Joe Miller served. I have not served in the military, so I just wish the guy would take a shower and shave. I don't get the Don Johnson look. I don't understand it. Is he going hunting in Alaska every day? Is that what the half beard is about? I don't know what the deal is with him.
We're going to get him a white coat. You just get him a white coat. He'll be okay.
I don't get, yeah, exactly. And some of those shoes with no socks. I'm not sure what that look is about. So I'm confused as a woman. I don't get it.
I think it's a gutsy move on Sarah Palin's part to go up there after the guy has lied. Then, of course, he tried to rectify the situation, and then everybody figured out there was a heck of a lot more to it than what he was talking about. Isn't this politically risky for her, Jack? What do you think?
Oh, without question it is. I mean, in the end, obviously, she has had some effect here in the lower 48. She still wants to have that impact in Alaska. But you know what? When we look at some of the things that he has said, some of the things that he has claimed, the fact that he wasn't going to talk about his personal life, and we tie this into what you've just been talking about with voter intimidation, this is incredibly disturbing. And we have to be really, really careful about this. And I think we all have to stand up because, let's face it, crimes are actually being committed here. And I do think people need to be called out, whether it's in California, Texas, or Alaska.
We got to call them all out then. None of these people are perfect. Last I checked, Jesus wasn't running. So all these candidates, left and right, have all kinds of warts, and we could spend all day long looking for them, or we can say, okay, they believe in this or that issue that's important to me, and I guess that's what Sarah's going with.
All right, let's go to Nevada, your state, Heidi. Are the Democrats surging in early voting? What are you hearing out there?
Yeah, because the casinos are busing all the culinary employees to the voting booth. That doesn't surprise me at all. They're offering them boxed lunches and putting them in buses and saying you can go on company time. These are the stories we're hearing out here. So it doesn't surprise me that the Democrats are going out to the polls. But Sharon Engle's ahead 4 points. As you probably also know, Harry's leading her by a couple of points in Clark County. She's leading him by a couple of points in Washoe, which is where she's from. And in the rest of the state, all the rural counties, she's just slaughtering him with over 60%. So I don't see how Harry's going to pull this out. I really don't.
Jack?
Well, I think in the end, she's not really running against Harry Reid. She's running against the economy that's in the tank, let alone the fact that it's actually coming back, admittedly much slower than many of us, almost all of us would like, but you compare it to last year. But she doesn't have to do that. All she has to do is say, how you feeling? And everybody's nervous. And she does this and bangs on the issue. Let's face it, it's midterms historically. This is what happens. He's the Senate Majority Leader, and she can turn around and hang the economy around his neck, even if it isn't his fault. And that's successful. It works. We all know that.
They did it with Bush. They hung the war around his neck. I mean, whether it's successful or not, they'll do these kinds of things. But this is how all of these election cycles always go, right? A lot of people got swept in 08 in the Obama wave, who may not have been that great, but they got in because everybody was tired of Bush and it was hope and change and this and that. So it happens.
Well, we did get some change. We had a health care bill. We saved the economy. I'm all about it. Now, Jack, one more thing here. I find it very interesting how they're hanging the foreclosure issue on Harry Reid in Nevada, but the foreclosure issue for Michelle Bachmann in the 6th District here in Minnesota, it's got the highest foreclosure rate in the state of Minnesota. Oh, it's not Michelle's fault at all. She doesn't have anything to do with that, but it's all Harry's fault in Nevada. Great to have both of you with us tonight. Thanks so much.